the beginning of great things. But we must focus on the issues and stop trying to be too politically correct. And let's look at those issues very briefly. In this nation today, there are slaves called vassals and there are masters. Unfortunately for us, those that see themselves as masters consider the rest of us as slaves and vassals. Simple. What we need to do is to come together and say to them with one accord that we are no slaves. We have never been slaves, and we will never be slaves. The suffering of the people of the Southeast, and I say this without any fear of contradiction, the suffering of the people of the Southeast is something that we in the rest of Nigeria have to apologize to you for. You lost almost 2 million people in the Civil War. Children, 1 million children. You were slaughtered on the night of July 28th, 1966, when 300 Igbo officers were slaughtered in one night. And the great Fajuyi, who sacrificed his life to build this bridge, and the great leader of our country at the time, the great Ironside, all of them stood together, and they all died together. 300 were killed that night. After that, a few months later, over 100,000 Igbos were slaughtered in the north. Pregnant women had children taken out of their stomachs. People were slaughtered from house to house. They were killed like flies. Then came the Civil War. 1 million little children, 1 million little children were starved to death. After that, year after year, decade after decade, pogroms, killings, slaughtering in the north of primarily Igbos and also Southerners. Didn't stop there. They also, as they have always done, slaughtered people of the Middle Belt. And I'm glad that the great Governor Jang is here today, who has spoken so well. Their people have suffered almost as much, if not more, than the Southeast. Why? Because everything was taken from them. Their identity, everything. And they slaughtered them morning, day, and night. Last Christmas, 808 people slaughtered on Christmas Day alone. Yet the slaughtering didn't stop. And we know who does the slaughtering. It has gone on and on till today. Yesterday was Benue. Today it is Taraba. Before then it was Numan. It goes on and on. And I will also say this. What has happened in the last 1 year in the Southeast concerning those that are members of IPOB, what they have done to them is absolutely reprehensible. It is unacceptable. It is wrong. They came, they slaughtered, they killed. And I stand and I speak to you today that as a friend to the great Nnamdi Kanu, I will never forget him. And I call on the government of Muhammadu Buhari, whatever you have done to him, wherever he is, I ask you to produce him and let us have him. Whether you've killed him, tell us. Whether you have him, tell us. Bring him back to us. I acknowledge him. And I also acknowledge the hundreds and thousands that have been slaughtered. End of the hegemonies, and we shall be delivered. Finally, let me say this. One more thing, just one more thing about the Igbos. Your sons, your greatest sons in the private sector, it's not all about politics. I'm talking about people like Innocent Motors, Chief Innocent Chukwuma, sorry. I'm talking about people like Ifeanyi Uba. I'm talking about people like the great Cletus Ibetu, who I spent time with in detention. These are men that this government is trying to destroy simply because they come from the Southeast. They've done it to us as well in the Southwest. I could mention names of many Southwest they've tried to crush. But I'll tell you what, it all ends as from today. And I urge the organizers of this event to continue the initiative. We have no fear. They can kill us. They can send us to jail. They can destroy us. They've already done it. They've killed our children. They've killed our wives. They've killed our men. They've killed our elders. They've killed our leaders. We have no fear. I say to them, do your worst. You know what? Do your worst. You can only kill the body. You can't kill the soul. You can't kill the spirit. Christians don't die. They only change their dress. Doesn't matter anymore. We have no fear. God be with you. God be with those that organize this great conference. God be with the people of Southeast. God be with the people of Southwest. God be with each and every one of us. And if they say they will not restructure, let it be loud and clear. We are ready to do it by force. If there's no restructuring, let there be no Nigeria anymore. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.